Now, we've had this great idea because no one's talking about bikes. I mean, we've done one, I think, haven't we?
Have we?
Yeah, I mean, there's some channels that have done 30, but we thought, do you know what? Let's take one of them bikes and do what everybody else is doing.
No! God, please, no! No!
But we'll make sure that you know the absolute truth about the bikes. So, let's get cycling. Right, if you've seen the last review, Nelly did help me, but we've got no Nelly today. So this is the X26 and it is a 1000-watt motor. But one of the good things about it, it does fold in half. I mean, it's huge. I think even folding in half, it would probably still be huge. With it being huge, makes it the best bike in the world. There's no other bike that beats this bike in the whole world because it's that big and it folds. It's also really light as well. It's 43 kilos. I mean, that's super light. So, you know, you can put it anywhere. You can put it in the back of your rickshaw, you can put it in the back of your multivan, it will go in a shopping trolley. Anywhere you want, it will fit in the glove box of your car, in your van. It's a really good size and really lightweight as well. So, you know, anybody can pick this up, from the world's strongest man to Jason and the Argonauts. It will suit people of all ages and all capabilities. It's really good, really brilliant, really well made. It's like a war machine. That's the only way you could describe it, is an actual war machine. It's missing, you know, a few guns and rifles, but frankly, it's as heavy as a tank. But still the best bike in the world. If you're a really light person and you want to go out in the wind, this is the bike that you need. You need this bike, specifically the greatest bike in the world that folds in half and is extremely light. We're on the beach right now, we're on the sand, and it's having no problem at all. It is a fat tyre bike, so same as Emma's, but there you go. We'll just plod along and then we'll talk a bit more. So it does have 8 Shimano gears on the back. The Shimano gears on the back are the Tierney TX. A really, really good brand, bottom of the good brand. Not winning no awards for the brakes, but when you add this kind of very cheap gear system to the greatest bike in the world, it all fits together nicely. We did scratch it there. It doesn't come with this scratch. That's an added extra that you need to see me about. Dual suspension, really good dual suspension on the back, one there, one on the other side, and also one in the middle as well. So if you are a slim fella like myself, that comes in at around about an average weight of a small baby octopus. The pedals are lovely, like the gears, really cheap. But again, when you add it to the frame and the fold and the motor and the tyres on it, which are just absolutely huge tyres, added to the best bike in the world, it all comes together. When you add so much cheap stuff onto a very expensive bike, it does automatically make it the best bike in the world. So yeah, kudos for them for keeping everything really low budget, but with a high-end price. Absolutely amazing. Now let's talk about the front suspension. You're not going to be doing the Red Bull run on these things. To be fair, again, going with the flow of the bike, really cheap, all adding to the flavour of the bike, with it being the best bike in the world. Now, it does have a light on the front. Ironically enough, it lights up. Now, my keen friend down on the beach has just pointed out that I seem to be attacking this video with a slight hint of sarcasm. If companies want to send us stuff, we'll give an honest review. And honestly, the best bike in the world, isn't it? No? He's gone all quiet now. He's not even happy. Now, it does have a top speed of around about 25 miles per hour. I am trying to film this on the beach as holding the camera as well. So I'm kind of expecting to fall off. One of the absolute amazing bonuses for the X26 is that if you've got extremely long arms and very short legs, you can use this rear seat to sit on and kind of weirdly pedal while you hold your... Granted, you do need to have really long arms, but yeah, very unsure what this part is for, but it looks good. Also, the battery is in the seat post there, and you can get an extra battery to go in the front here where it folds. So that is really good. The battery in there does lock as well. Locking mechanism is right there as well, so no one can actually steal your battery which is in your post there. The on button is just there. It does have a lovely LCD screen, which I will turn on now, and you'll probably be able to see it in the daylight. It's really good. 5 levels on there, which are all controlled off this. That also does your front light, and you've got a little horn under there. If we were back in the Second World War, you may be hunted down by the Jerrys for, you know, trying to broadcast some alerts to the foreigners. Bomb them here, son. Come and collect me.
That's it. Bombs away.
Good for Morse code. Horn, maybe not so good. Now, another great feature that the bike does have, it does have a kickstand on the side, so you don't need to rely on an actual, you know, standing building to lean it on, or, you know, something durable to lean the bike on. The stand will hold the bike up, and it does it really good. It's not going anywhere. It's quite sturdy. That right there is your throttle, so if you want to just use thumb power, you just press that down and the bike will go, or you can have pedal assist as well. So you can press your plus and minus on there, and then that will raise the levels on there to what speed and what power goes into it. The screen is lovely, to be fair. It's really easy to see in the daylight. It will give you all sorts of information. You can max speed, average speed, total distance, trip distance, power, what you're putting out, trip time. So the maximum speed we've got on it is 26.4 miles per hour. It does have your gears on this side as well, so 1 through to 8, and it is hydraulic brakes as well. The handlebars are they're a beautiful leatherette on the handlebars with a natural woven stitch on the front as well, so really comfortable. And there is a fancy logo on the end butt there as well, which is really nice. Also, your front suspension can be adjusted. So we've come off the beach now and we've gone onto a more rugged terrain just to see how this beast will handle. It does have 26-inch wheels on it with great big chunky fat tyres as well. Not much more I can say about the bike, apart from we have, all joking aside, had a good giggle on them. We've had a laugh, it's been some fun, we've gone out, and yeah, I mean, I don't really think we're going to be able to fit it in the back of the van. We've just upplated the vehicle to 4.32 tonne or 4.23 tonne. I don't think we've actually got the weight to carry this monster, but you know, it will suit someone somewhere, and it is the ideal bike, with it being the greatest bike in the world, to purchase. Now let's talk about cost. Now the cost for the X26 does come at quite a high price, and when I say quite a high price, for the world's best bike and the amount of metal you're getting, it does come in at, you know, a reasonable price, which will probably be a down payment on a small cottage in the Cotswolds. But go and check them out, go and have a look at the website. Massively overpriced for what they are, but if that's what you're into, if you want to pay a good chunk of money for a really heavy bike, then go for it. You know, I'm not saying don't do it, I'm not saying do it. It's entirely up to you. Do your research before you buy any bike off any YouTuber talking about them on the internet. Again, with this being the best bike in the world, probably would be the best one for you to buy, in all honesty. That could be a complete and utter lie, but just go with whatever you think's best. I would like to thank Engwe for probably this being the last bike review we do with them, but it's been interesting. And to be totally honest, if something like this can take my weight on it and go around Liverpool for the day, it's not a bad vehicle. Yeah, it's big, it's heavy, it's a lot of fun. Links will be in the description below. I don't actually know if there's going to be a discount code. I do hope that after some of the bike reviews that you've seen online, and you know, there have been some YouTubers doing multiple bike reviews, you know, once 8 a week, but anyway,